Welcome to Xian Voice. Continuing from the previous episode. By the time Xiao Yan woke up from his unconscious state, he was surprised to find himself lying on a soft bed. The entire room had a serene fragrance drifting within it. Xiao Yan slowly opened his eyes. A dullness remained within them for a moment before a life force gradually surged into his dark black eyes. Xiao Yan lay on the bed for a moment as he roughly glanced at the interior of his body. He did not find anything wrong with it. His originally exhausted spiritual strength from having refined the fire bodhisattva pill had also significantly recovered. That kind of weak and weary feeling had also long since disappeared. This is. Xiao Yan quietly sighed in relief within his heart when he sensed these changes. He immediately sat up on the bed and glanced at the empty room with some uncertainty. After which, he rubbed the storage ring on his finger as a reflexive action. Only after he found that he did not lose anything did he let out a heavy sigh of relief. "You have already been unconscious for 5 days. A familiar voice suddenly sounded within Xiao Yan's heart while he was sighing. It was actually Tian Huo Zun Jie, whom Xiao Yan had not heard from for a long time. Xiao Yan's eyes glanced at the white-colored ring on his finger and involuntarily laughed in his heart. "Old Mr. Yao, it has been a while. Your condition seems to be good. I can be considered all right. By borrowing your blessing in the heavenly mountain blood pool, my spirit was also nourished by it and gained some benefits. After which, I did not reveal myself due to there being Dozun experts appearing around you all the time." Tian Huo Zun Jie's voice quickly sounded within Xiao Yan's heart. Xiao Yan was involuntarily startled when he heard this. He asked, "Has your current strength recovered to the Dozun class? How can it be so easy? Do you really think that it is so easy to recover to the Dozun class?" Tian Huo Zun Jie snappily replied when he heard Xiao Yan's words. "If I am unable to find a suitable body, it is likely that I will never be able to recover my Dozun's strength." Xiao Yan quietly laughed. With Yao Lao's ability, even he had difficulty truly reaching the Dozun class without a physical body. It seemed that a body was of great use to the advancement of one's strength. "Old Mr. Yao, don't be anxious. I will help you resolve the matter of refining a body for you as soon as possible." After having entered the middle region, which was the center of the entire continent, the experts whom Xiao Yan had to face possessed terrifying strengths. Although he had currently broken through to the Dozong class, it was not enough to allow him to roam the middle region without fear. Any one of the top-tier factions in this place has some old demon present within it. He was in possession of many treasures. If someone ended up getting jealous and wishing to forcefully snatch them, it was likely that he would face continuous trouble if he did not have some strength to act as a deterrence. An elite Dozun would naturally provide the most deterrence. If he had an elite Dozun guarding beside him all the time, he would be able to straighten his back when he did anything in the middle region. Hence, he needed to try his best to bring forward the matter of helping Tian Huo Zun Jie refine a physical body. However, if one were to think about it, refining a physical body was also not a simple matter. According to what Yao Lao had told him back then, it would require 3 items. The first was a bone-growing blood-fusing pill, the second was the essence blood of a Tier 7 magical beast, and the third was the skeleton of a Dozong. The last 2 among these 3 items were not too difficult to find in the eyes of the current Xiao Yan. However, that so-called bone-growing blood-fusing pill was not an ordinary item. The bone-growing blood-fusing pill was a Tier 7 peak-grade medicinal pill. It was rumored that it was a pill that could save anyone who had a breath remaining. If one were to compare it, this medicinal pill was of a higher grade than the fire bodhisattva pill Tang Zhen wanted to refine. By looking at it from this point of view, it would not be overboard to place this bone-growing blood-fusing pill into the 8th tier. Some of its mysterious and unique effects allowed it to possess the qualifications to step into that tier. Although Xiao Yan had reached the level of a Tier 7 alchemist, he was not confident he could refine this bone-growing blood-fusing pill. Of course, forget about him, even some old renowned alchemist grandmasters, who had remained at the 7th tier for a long time, had a low chance of success when refining a medicinal pill like the bone-growing blood-fusing pill. The level of difficulty when refining a Tier 7 medicinal pill was something Xiao Yan had personally experienced. If he had entered into that kind of mysterious condition in the inner academy back then, it was likely that he would end up failing. This time around, he could not be considered to have refined the pill alone. Instead, it was the combined effort of Grandmaster Huan, Tang Zhen, and himself in order for it to succeed. Although Xiao Yan had put in the greatest effort among them, it was likely that he would have difficulty successfully refining the Fire Bodhisattva pill if he had to refine it alone. After all, a high-grade Tier 7 medicinal pill was not an ordinary item. Since the chances of successfully refining this Fire Bodhisattva pill alone were so low, there was no need to even discuss the bone-growing blood-fusing pill, which was a peak-grade Tier 7 medicinal pill. Based on Xiao Yan's prediction, unless his strength soared once again, he could forget about refining such a medicinal pill. However, the increase of his strength had become much slower after having advanced to the Dozong class. Many Dozongs remained at the same level even after training for many years. From this, it could be seen just how difficult it was to advance within the Dozong class. Hence, he did not know just when it would be before this so-called soaring strength would occur. According to ordinary circumstances, Xiao Yan could forget about refining the bone-growing blood-fusing pill without 2 to 3 years' time. If this was the case, the matter of the physical body refinement would have to be pushed back. However, even if Tian Huo Zun Jie could wait at this moment, it was likely that Xiao Yan could no longer do so. Therefore, he could only think of other methods to help Tian Huo Zun Jie refine a physical body. The bone-growing blood-fusing pill is too high tier and I am unable to refine it at this moment. Hence, I can only use a medicinal pill with an effect similar to it as a replacement. The effect of this might be a little poorer, but there is no other choice. Once I have my abilities increase in the future, I can help refine an even better one. Xiao Yan's eyes revealed an expression of being deep in thought. He immediately shut his eyes and his spiritual strength entered the dark black ring Yao Lao left behind. After which, he swiftly searched within the ocean-like medicinal formulae. He needed to find a medicinal formula that could replace the bone-growing blood-fusing pill. The interior of the storage ring contained Yao Lao's entire collection over his lifetime. The volume of the collection was extremely frightening. Hence, the search this time around exhausted over 2 hours of Xiao Yan's time. 2 hours later, Xiao Yan finally opened his tightly shut eyes. He clenched his hand and a pale green scroll appeared in it. Yin-Yang Life Soul Pill. A Tier 7 middle-grade medicinal pill. It possesses the mysterious effect of fusing a soul and returning life. The refining ingredients are the Soul Revival Demon Fruit, Life Soul Ghostface Flower. This so-called Yin-Yang Life Soul Pill possessed an effect that was similar to the bone-growing blood-fusing pill. Moreover, it was only a middle-grade Tier 7 pill, something Xiao Yan could coincidentally refine. It was quite a good choice to replace the bone-growing blood-fusing pill. The medicinal ingredients needed to be refined are a little troublesome. Moreover, there are some extremely rare, precious medicinal ingredients among them. However, it should not be too difficult to find them in this middle region. A middle-grade Tier 7 is something within my acceptable range. I can guarantee the success rate of its refinement. The only flaw is that this pill is not as perfect as the bone-growing blood-fusing pill. However, overall, it can be considered not bad. The imperfections in the medicinal pill can be made up in terms of the skeleton and essence blood. Xiao Yan absorbed the information of the medicinal formula into his mind. He mused for a moment before he softly spoke. Yes, I will leave this matter up to you. Everything is fine as long as I am able to possess my own body. I have already had enough of being in such a state. Tian Huo Zun Jie spoke without any objections. You can rest assured that I will find the medicinal ingredients to refine the Yin-Yang Life Soul Pill as quickly as possible, and I will begin to refine the pill upon having gathered all of them. I will definitely allow you to possess your own body within the shortest amount of time. Xiao Yan nodded and spoke with a smile. Tian Huo Zun Jie also grinned when he heard this. He said, "If you have the time, you should practice the 5-ring flame expelling technique that I have imparted on you. The might of it when you can form the 5-ring flame expelling formation will definitely not disappoint you." Xiao Yan's heart was also a little excited when he heard this. The 5-ring flame expelling technique was a D-class high-level Do technique. Its might was something that did not need to be described. However, it was quite troublesome to control. With Xiao Yan's previous strength, he could barely form a fire wolf and it was impossible for him to form a formation. He wondered just how many fire spirits he could form now that he had broken through to the Dozong class. If he was able to form all 5 of them, he would truly be able to unleash the might of this 5-ring flame expelling technique. Of course, Xiao Yan clearly understood in his heart that only if 4 of the 5 types of fire spirits in the 5-ring flame expelling formation were formed from heavenly flames, only then would the 5-ring flame expelling technique be unleashed at its peak. However, that level was likely something that could only be achieved after Xiao Yan had obtained the 3000 burning flame. Old Mr. Yao, please relax. The 5-ring flame expelling technique is your greatest skill. The old me will naturally not abandon it so easily. Xiao Yan's heart became a little boiling hot when he thought of the skill's might at the peak level. He softly laughed in his heart when he did so. The old me has not lied to you. Back then, this 5-ring flame expelling technique shook the entire continent. Unfortunately, the current Do Chi continent seems to be unaware of my old name. Toin Huo Zun J's tone contained some pride. Clearly, he was also quite a famous person in this Do Chi continent back then. Xiao Yan slightly smiled. Any expert who could become a Do Zun were all renowned individuals. Hence, Xiao Yan did not doubt Tian Huo Zun J's words. After chatting for a while with Tian Huo Zun J within his heart, Xiao Yan leapt off the bed and moved his body a little. After which, he walked out of the room. Since he had already helped Tang Zhen refine the Fire Bodhisattva pill, it should be time to settle the matter of the Skyfire 3 mysterious change.